One day ago, Bridget Ann, 5619, wrote, Hey Monster, what can you do when you feel sad and can't motivate yourself to fun art stuff? Question mark. And I responded, and I was okay one day ago. I responded with, Paint by Monster responded, I wish I had an answer to when I feel sad, but I cry with part of my day when I need to. It is no shame to cry, and especially if you are moved by beauty, crying is often the best response. When I am sad, I make sure not to beat myself up over it, over not making, but I try to have enough discipline that my sadness does not stretch. My sadness does stretch beyond its limit. I meant does not. Wow. I need to rewrite anyway. so, um, what does that mean for my sadness to stretch beyond its limit? Well, I don't know. For me, my limit is 2 weeks. Like, I'm not going to cry past 2 weeks, really. You got to get back in there and make some stuff. But what I really wanted to say is this: the sadness that you experience is going to become part of the art that you make in the future. I'm not saying that you have to be determined by sadness, but I have a friend who lost someone very dear to them, and they made up a cartoon character who had imaginary friends that would point at them and make fun of them and run away from them, which is somebody who's pretty self interested at a particular level of looking at their own internal landscape. So, there's that. The sadness that you experience is real, but somehow filtered through the making of your life. The sadness you'll wind up using the stuff and making stuff. Even colors might be different because you've experienced sadness. It's a deepening of who you are as a person, as an artist, as a vessel. I usually think of sadness in ways of the ocean tide. At first, the waves are fierce and they capsize you into a silence. And maybe sometimes they pound you and keep capsizing you. But you learn after a time to not have all of the grief capsize you. And I think it's not because the grief stopped, it's because your boat got bigger. Maybe. You learn how to grieve and you learn how to go on. That is what I think about when you're sad and you can't motivate yourself to fun art stuff. Sometimes the fun art stuff is fed by, knowing deeper things than just fun.